All right. So here's what we're gonna do today, guys. I am gonna go ahead and close this and get us started. Talk about graph coloring and map coloring. You can actually, oh, Isidora's here. You can actually have a job. There's a lot of careers out there in creating maps, and the only good player that came out of A&M is Johnny Manziel, and he's a bust. Yeah, but yeah, no, there's better. What's his name? The Von Miller. I was gonna say Von Miller is the best player to come out of. Johnny Football is like a trash, 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 trash. Yeah, dude, he's like this little thing. Come on, he, he's he wanted to so badly to go to UT, and he didn't get it. They didn't want him, and so he ended up going to A&M. Anyway, graph coloring. So I want to start out with basic map coloring here. Map coloring. Picture the United States. As we go through this, I want to see how much you guys know, because I've noticed that a lot of people don't know some of these states. Can I pop quiz you? Pop quiz. What is? Let's go easy. What's that? That's not a state. It's Washington. What's next to it? That's Idaho. Minnesota. Okay, well, what about that one next to it? That's Vermont, and that's New Hampshire. What about the ones that border us? Do you know this one? Arkansas and Louisiana. All right, so you guys, how many of you have never been out of the state? Never been out of the state of Texas? I had some. You've never been out of the state of Texas? What's the farthest you've been?
The borderline of Arlington.
Well, Harlan's just not on the border though.
Well, like, not really, but like, okay, so I went, the farthest I've been is like 40.
The what?
40, so like Dallas.
Uh-huh.
And like Utah side, and then almost, that's it.
No, Dallas is by Oklahoma.
Oh, well, yeah.
Dallas is right here. That's Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
Houston's over here if you want to keep going, Louisiana.
Okay, I gotta mix up.
How many of you have been more than 5? Well, we got to, Adriana says we got Cali, New York, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, and the rest ain't real. How many of you have been more than 5 states? Aiden's been more than 5 states? More than 5? More than 10? Anybody at home? That's not a state. Hopefully, hopefully it becomes a state soon. It's near Virginia. It's near Virginia, Delaware, and Maryland. Adriana's only been to 2. Destiny's only been to 2. Zuriel's been to 7 states. I've probably been to about 30. I've done a lot of traveling in the U.S. Yeah. So does it count if you just drive through a state, or do you actually have to do something in the state? You got to do something in that state.
I ate in like every state.
When I travel, I like to go to like Major League Baseball ballparks. So I've been to about 13 of them so far. I want to hit all 32 ballparks. Adriana said, oh wait, 3. Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. How many colors do you need to color this map? Well, there's not even 50 states on here right now. How many are on here?
48.
There's only 48. We're missing Hawaii and Alaska. So first of all, but how many? That's not the question that I asked. The question I asked was how many do you need to?
Like 3.
You only need 3 colors to color the whole map.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
You only need 1, honestly.
You could just color all the same color. What about the borders? You wouldn't be able to tell.
Well,
4 colors.
Is it like that map specifically where you can see the lines?
Well, let's say we couldn't see the lines. How many colors would you need to color so you can tell the difference between the states? You need 48 different colors?
No, just 2.
Just 2 colors? You could do it in 2 colors?
Yeah, you just shade it like a checker.
So, but if Texas was blue, Louisiana would have to be a different color, right? Would Arkansas have to be a different color too?
No.
But it would bleed across in there because they share a border.
Unless you don't know the states, then you're going to be dumbfounded.
Well, if you don't know where the lines are, that's the whole point. So
what's the answer?
Let me answer this question on your thing. Okay, answer this question on your thing. Braylon, are you on the app? Okay, answer this question. Do Colorado and Utah have to be colored using different colors? Why or why not? Put your answer in there. Why or why not? Look at Colorado, look at Utah on the map. Let's get full participation on this. Put it in your thing. Why or why not? Write it in there. Utah, I've been to both. I've been to Utah and I've been to Colorado. Utah's got a bunch of Mormon people. That's where they're from. What? Really? Mormon is a religion, and they're got a lot of Mormon people in Utah. Colorado, on the other hand, has a lot of people that like to do the, you know what. So it's legal over there. What did you guys say? Let's see what you guys said. We'll need 4 colors. You're answering the previous question too. Got some yeses, got some nos. Yes, because they share a border. You know, that's typically what you guys came up with, right? They have to be colored different colors because they share a border. That's pretty common. Whoops, let me go back over here. What about these 2 states? What about Colorado and Arizona? Answer that question. Do they need to be colored using different colors? Do Colorado and Arizona need to be colored using different colors? Yes or no? Could they be the same color? Let's see what you guys are coming up with. Nah. No. Let's get everybody participating here. Braylon, Sonny. So why? So they don't share a border. So is this considered a border? This little point right here? No, it's not really a border. It's just it's that point. Has anybody actually been to this point right here?
Coach, you muted yourself.
Oh crap! Thanks, I didn't see that. Has anybody ever been to this point right here? Do you know what it's called? It's pretty literal. 4 corners. If you go to this 4 corners,
You know that movie, not We're the,
We're the Millers, where they go across the border.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
It is that movie. They go to 4 corners, and she passes out on the thing. Yeah. Yeah. And so 4 corners. So you literally walk up, and it's got all 4 states in there, and you could be standing in all 4 states at one time. And that's 4 corners. Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. There's a monument there or something where you can stand. Yeah, exactly. It is a little platform that's like all made out of stone or whatever. But if you've seen Where the Millers, yeah, it's in that movie too. So here's an idea. Here's the idea, real quick. Regions that share a border and a map must be colored with different colors. Okay, otherwise we can't tell the difference, especially if they don't have that border. So Texas and Louisiana on a map have to be 2 different colors. They have to be, right? We need to be able to tell the differences between them. So look at your screen there and use the little different color features there. See if you can color this map with the fewest amount of colors. Color this map with the fewest amount of colors possible. You don't need to actually be perfect here. Just use it, color each one, but try to do it in the fewest amount of colors. And let's see if I can share some correct answers here. Try to color that map with the fewest amount of colors. And let's see how many you used. It should let you change the colors on there. See if anybody's got a. Braylon, you colored 2 of the same color that are right next to each other. Fix that. How many did you use? I like yours, Jada. Yours looks nice. Yeah. Elliot's got it. Hawkinen. I'm going to show those two real quick. So check these out. These are, Hawkinen only used three colors. The blue, these two blue ones didn't have to share. They didn't share a border, so they could be the same color. Then we needed two different colors there. This was Jada's, I think. This looks pretty nice, a little bit nicer than yours. Maybe she was using her finger though. But the two borders there were green. So you only needed three colors. You only needed three colors to color that map. It was pretty easy. Really, really easy. Those are some of the examples there. All right, let's practice another one. Color this map. But I threw this in there. Pay attention. 5 is a region that surrounds the whole map. So maybe it's like an ocean or something. You can color it blue. 5 goes all the way around. See if you can do this one in the least amount of colors. See if you can do this one in the least amount of colors. Try to do that. Let's see what you guys come up with. I'm gonna look at it. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty easy stuff, right?
You have a boxing team.
And boxing, I don't think there's high school boxing. I think
That's why I like the MMA. You can be like, oh, I don't like you. Let's fight.
Jacqueline, don't forget to put another color on all the way on the outside. Yeah, look. So there's one color 5 on the outside. Could 5 be the same color as one of the other ones?
No.
Yeah, which one? The one of 3. It could have been if you wanted to, but then that color couldn't be any of the other ones. Okay, so that's just one way to do it. This is one way to do it. I don't think I saw anybody on there that did it that way. I think this is Jada's again too. She did it the same way you did. Was there anybody that did it the other way, where they made 3 and 5 the same? You did, Aiden? You can find it. Man, Sonny's going all out on his drawing. There's Aiden's. Yeah, 5 and 3 could be the same. Are those different shades of red? Are those different shades of red? Yeah. It's like a magenta or some pink or hot pink or something. Okay, cool. Obviously, you only needed 3 colors for that one too. So here's your next question. Draw a map. Now, here, don't overthink this. Now, draw your own map on there. See if you can draw your own map on there with 4 regions, but you can color it with just 2 colors. Okay, don't overthink this. It's pretty easy. Okay, draw a map with 4 regions with just 2 colors. 4 regions with 2 colors. See if you can draw something with 4 regions and 2 colors. Yep. That's the easiest way, I think. There's usually another way. Yeah, let's see. Christiana is drawing the way that I've seen it before too. Sun is kind of being creative. I like that, Sunny. Wait, but color them differently. Adriana, nice. Braylon, why haven't you started? Is it working? check out some of these. Yeah, just side by side. Those are 4 regions with 2 colors. Same thing here. That one's yours, right, Huck? Blue catty corner, just like those 4 states. Yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. And so it brings us to this. Here's what I want to point out, and here's the first kind of lesson of the day. Try to draw a map. This is the last one right here. Try to draw a map that requires the use of 5 colors. Not uses 5 colors, but requires 5 colors. We can draw a map all day long that uses 5 colors. Make one that requires 5 colors. So the borders have to touch so that they actually require it. See if you can do that on your screen or on your phone. Is it working for you, Jacqueline? Is it working for you? Okay. Requires the use of 5 colors. Let's get everybody participating this time.
Jake Quinn. There, Jake Quinn.
The what?
We watched Key and Kelly.
Key and Peele? Did you say Pelly?
Yeah.
It's Key and Peele. Destiny, did you hear him? Can I tell her what you said?
Okay, I'm done.
You drew a map that requires 5 colors?
Yes. You just gotta make it touch one of them all out at the same time.
What did he say?
He's like, can we watch Key and Pele? And he was trying to talk about Key and Peele.
That's the same thing. You know what I was talking about.
He's dumb.
So look at this one. This is the one that Hawken and Drew say it requires 5 colors. Does it actually require 5 colors though? Though the green and the blue could be the same, right? Orange and the blue could be the same. It doesn't require 5 colors. You use 5 colors, but it doesn't require it. Anybody think that they have one? Zuriel says, "Look at mine. Let me find his."
Getting called out hawk.
Elizabeth, Lourdes, are y'all still there? Let's see this one. Zuriel used 5 colors in that one, but like this red could be the same as this blue, and this other red could be the same as the yellow because they don't share a border. So we don't really need 5 colors on that one. Adriana says check hers. Let me see it. Let me look at hers.
I think I got it now. Hold on.
We'll see it. I see this a lot too. This is a good one. So Adriana did a little one in the middle, but same thing. The blue and the red could be the same color. The purple and the green could also be the same color. So it doesn't require that 5th color. It's not ugly. I think you did pretty good drawing on your phone or your computer. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. So,
Wait.
what? You want to try one more time? All right. You think you got it? Let's look. Let's look. One, two, three. Where's?
I give up. I'm not doing it.
You give up? Give up that easy?
Dude, what the hell am I supposed to draw? Show me.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
I started out easy and then I made it hard.
I feel like it's no such thing as.
Those are the same.
It has to be.
That's so you use 5 here, right?
Yeah.
So these two are the same. The red can't be the same as the blue.
No, that works.
Well, the magenta and the green could be the same, And then the blue and this magenta could be the same. So then you wouldn't need the
How will we draw
the magenta. Let's see, there's something else here. Hold up, I got it now. Adriana says she got it now. Oh, I gotta find hers. Okay. Oh, I just need to scroll down as I still had it up. But the purple and the green could still be the same color, and the blue and the red could still be the same color, Adriana. You're close. You're getting there. All right. Are you guys annoyed?
No.
It is. Aiden's right. It's not possible.
I've been saying that.
Did you say it already?
I said it like 3 times.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. I have to do that to you. I have to do that to you every now and then. But look, it's crazy that something like that doesn't actually. It's just not possible to do that. Which means that you're never going to need more than 4 colors to color anything, because we just proved right now that you can't actually draw a graph or a map that makes the borders touch with more than 3 other regions. It's just not possible. There's no way to manipulate that. It's pretty crazy to think about that. So this is what it's called a 4-color theorem, and you don't need to memorize this. It's pretty easy to remember. All this says is that you don't need more than 4 colors to color a map, so that if you have a bordering region or state or country, it has to be a different color. Okay, so 4 colors theorem says you only need 4 colors to color a map. That's what that means. That's what that says. Okay. And so here's what we're going to do. So look at the screen that you have there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to create maps. We're going to create graphs from maps. Braylon, will you pick up your head, please? We're going to create graphs from maps. Braylon. Where you go, please. Put your head up so you don't fall asleep. Okay. Graphs, remember, are vertices and edges. So here, follow these steps. You all look at this, because this is going to be important for your homework. And this is where people from yesterday getting tied up because they couldn't understand this. Each vertex represents a region. So let's talk about states on a U.S. map. Every state's going to get a vertex. Okay. And here's how we're going to connect them. We're going to connect the vertices with an edge if they share a border. So for example, if Texas had a vertex and Louisiana had a vertex, Texas and Louisiana get connected. If New Mexico had a vertex, Texas and New Mexico get connected. But New Mexico and Louisiana, they don't get connected with an edge because they don't share a border. They don't touch each other. Okay, so that's how we're going to set these graphs up. Take a look at, and I've got to move this out of the way for you guys here. Take a look at the graph that I have there. This is for a version of the first map. This one actually had a region 5 on it, but I had a vertex for every single region, and I connected them if they share a border. If they don't share a border, like 4 and 2 right here don't share a border, 4 and 2 don't get connected on the graph. Okay, so we're going to practice this. I'm going to do this with you. Try to do this on your screen as well. We're going to draw a graph, and hopefully you guys can see this at home. I'm going to do it in a red color so it's bright. Do this on your phone or on your screen. Do this at home too, so you're practicing this as you go along. I know it's a little bit harder on the computer. We'll have some options here in a minute. Draw a graph for map 2. There are 5 regions in map 2, so how many vertices are we going to put down? 5. And then number them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just spread them out. Write them on your screen or your computer on there. Can you guys see that? Good. We're converting this map into a graph. Converting a map into a graph. Braylon, can you please participate? All right, I'm gonna move on so that you guys can, those of you that are caught up. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna connect the vertices as long as they share an edge. So watch this. I'm gonna start with 1. 1 is gonna connect to what? 2 and 5. Okay, 5 shares a border with 1, 2 shares a border with 1. They share a border, so I'm gonna connect 1 to 2 and 1 to 5. And those are all the ones that 1 connects to. 2 is already connected to 1. I don't need to go back and do that again. 2 connects to 3. 2 connects to 5 because it touches it on the outside up here. So 2 connects to 3. 2 connects to 5. Well, let's talk about 3 for a second. Does 3 connect to 5? It does not. These are just points. They're not borders, so they could be the same color. Aiden proved that earlier. Okay, but 3 does need to connect to 4 because it shares a border. So 3 connects to 4 here. 4 connects to 5. It does share that border on the outside. I just drew a graph for my map. How are you guys doing at home? Pretty easy to draw a map for a graph for a map. Doesn't matter where you put the vertices at, as long as you label them and you know how to connect them. It's the only thing that matters. Okay, moving on. So I want to get this terminology out of the way. Look at the terminology that I have there. Maps, like the map of the United States, is made up of regions and borders. Graphs, like the graph that I have up here, is made up of vertices and edges. Okay, you guys know what those are so far. Some of you do. Regions are always going to represent vertices. Borders are always going to be represented by edges. Okay, that's always going to be the case as we go through here and create these graphs. Okay. Answer this question on your paper or on your screen. Answer this question. So take a look at the example that I have up on the board. If a graph represents a map, you can color 2 vertices that share an edge with the same color. Can these 2 be the same color? True or false? These 2 can be the same color. True or false? These 2 can be the same color. True or false? On your screen. Only 3 people have answered. Come on. Could those 2 be the same color? Phone call. Hey. What's up? Anthony? No, he's not here today. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you go back to the last slide?
I can't go back to the last slide without taking that question off. Just what do you think? True or false? Can these 2 be the same color? Well, here's y'all's responses. It's kind of mixed. Some of you say true, some of you say false. What do you think the correct answer is?
False.
Yeah, it is false. This is so hard to do this from here to here.
I don't even know how to look at the map.
Yeah, so if each vertex represents like a state, if they're connected, what does that mean? They're sharing a border. Okay, so they can't be the same color. So I would need to move this. Look at that. Look what I did on the graph there. This one and this one are the same color because they don't share an edge. They're not connected. They can be the same color. Can any other vertex be that same color though? No. This one can't be because it's connected there. Same thing here, it's connected there. And this one can't be because it's connected to both of them. So those are the only 2 that could be. So I can color some other ones a different color as I go through this. I can use these 2 as the same color, right? Because they're not connected. But this one can't also be red because it's connected here, and this one can't be red because it's connected here. Another way I could have done this is these 2 could have also been red, right? So that's another way. I would need a third color up here because it's connected to these two. I can't be red or green. But this one can't be blue either because it's connected right there. So I'd actually have to use a fourth color. And as you guys know, I won't ever need more than 4 colors in order to do this. So when we're coloring graphs, it's kind of like coloring maps, but they're connected by an edge if they share a border. Okay, if they share a border. So we have a name for that. This is the last vocabulary word that you really need to know. Chromatic number. Chromatic number is just a number of colors that you need to color a graph. Okay, it's a minimum number of colors that you need. And keyword is need, not use. You can use a million colors if you have a million vertices. Just how many you need. What's the highest chromatic number possible? 4. It's never going to be more than 4. So never be more than 4. Take a look at this graph. It's kind of hard to see on the screen. The black lines are not showing up. I should have done this differently. But you still answer the question, what's the chromatic number of this graph? Just by looking at it, what's the chromatic number? Put your answer there on the screen. What's the chromatic number? Easy peasy. You guys got that. Obviously. 3, because they use 3 colors. Okay. Only use 3 colors. Good. All right, here's the last thing. We're almost done. Almost done. Here's the last drawing of the day. Draw a graph this time, not a map. Draw a graph with 4 vertices that requires the use of 4 colors. So a chromatic number of 4. So draw 4 vertices, 4 different colors, that it requires that use of 4 different colors. Here's the last thing that you're going to draw, and then I'll show you what it looks like. It's the last thing you're going to draw. Let's get everybody, all 13 people participating. 14. Oh, there's 14 people here now. See all 14 people participating, please. It requires the use of 4 colors. So a chromatic number of 4 means you have to. Only 4 vertices. Only 4 vertices, guys. Some of you have 5 or 6. Only need 4 vertices. So each vertex is going to be a different color.
You said each one is going to be a different color?
Yeah. It's asking you for 4 vertices. Chromatic number of 4, meaning that's going to use all 4 different colors. But you need to make it required it uses 4 colors. So think about what you're going to have to do in order for it to require that. You got one, Aiden? There you go, Hawk. Yeah, you're figuring it out. Zuriel, you're almost there. Right now, Zuriel, your black and your orange could be the same color. So make them require different colors. Same thing with your yellow and your white. Good, Adriana. Jada, add one more edge. Your green and your orange could be the same color right now, if they wanted to be. How do you fix that? There you go. Good. Several of you are figuring this out. Okay, 7 of you figured this out, and I'm going to show you guys. So if you weren't able to figure this out, take a look up here. I started out with 4 vertices, 4 different colors. This is going to have a chromatic number of 4 because I'm using 4 different colors. But how do I make sure that they all have to be 4 different colors? Yeah. So if you just do this, this doesn't work because green and red right now could be the same color, and blue and yellow could be the same color. Okay. How do I fix that? How do I make them? We got to make them connect. Okay. So I just did it a little bit differently. Green and red connect with an edge, meaning they have to be a different color now. blue and yellow connect with an edge, they have to be a different color now. So in order to require that it has it, they all have to connect. Now, if you wanted a chromatic number of 3, then you could have not connected these, right? And then they could be the same color. And you can have a chromatic number of 3. So when they're connected, they got to be different colors. They're not connected, they could be the same color. All right. So this is what you guys are going to practice, and we'll kind of add more to it at a later time. But I have a homework assignment in there, and if you guys pull up the homework assignment and y'all listen at home to this before nobody leave yet. If you're here, don't leave yet. The homework assignment is obviously a little bit harder to do on the computer. For you guys here, you can pull it up on Schoology, put it in your journal, show me on Friday, okay, just like you did last time. Do that, or what?
Is it 1.5?
Yeah, 1.5 is already in there. Okay. If you guys are at home and you're having a hard time drawing with the colors on the computer, do the same thing. Put it in your journal, take a picture of it, upload it to your Google Drive, and you can just put a link into the file of this assignment before you submit. Okay. I know it's a Google Doc assignment, but you can just link you can link pictures or whatever so that I can see it. Put it there at the top. Or if you have any problems at the end, if you just want to take pictures of it and do it on paper, that's fine. Guys, communicate with me if you're not figuring out how to do something. Okay, I know it's a little bit harder at home, so if you want to just print it out, you can print it out and then upload it. You can write it in your journal, copy the problems. Up to you guys. There's plenty. I will accept it many different ways as long as you're doing it. Okay. I'm gonna